Why are semicolon rules inconsistent across programming languages? Imagine trying to write a sentence where some languages use periods to end thoughts, others use commas, and a few even skip punctuation altogether. That's similar to how semicolon rules work across different programming languages. It can be confusing, especially when you're troubleshooting errors caused by missing semicolons. In some languages like C, C++, and Java, semicolons are like the period at the end of a sentence. They are mandatory to mark where one instruction stops and the next begins. If you forget one, the compiler or interpreter throws a syntax error, making it clear that something is missing. This strict rule helps avoid ambiguity and makes debugging easier because the error points directly to the missing semicolon. Other languages, such as JavaScript, take a different approach. They allow semicolons to be optional in many cases thanks to a feature called automatic semicolon insertion. This means the parser guesses where semicolons should go based on line breaks and context. While this can make writing code faster and less cluttered, it can also cause bugs that are tricky to spot. If the parser guesses wrong, your code might run differently than you expect, leading to bugs that are harder to find and fix. Languages like Perl use semicolons more as separators than strict terminators. You can often omit them at the end of a block or statement, giving programmers more flexibility. SQL uses semicolons mainly to separate multiple commands in a batch. Here, the semicolon acts as a delimiter, not a strict end of statement, which is quite different from the way C or Java handle it. The reason for these differences comes down to how each language is designed. Some prioritize clear, explicit syntax to make parsing straightforward. Others aim for simplicity and flexibility, allowing developers to write code more quickly without strict rules. Historical influences also play a role. Languages like C set the standard for many others, requiring semicolons to make parsing easier. Scripting languages like JavaScript and Perl, influenced by the need for quick, flexible coding, adopted more relaxed rules. When it comes to fixing syntax errors related to missing semicolons, understanding these rules is key. In languages that requiring semicolons, missing one usually causes a clear error message, making it easier to fix. In languages with optional semicolons, errors can be more subtle, such as unexpected behavior or bugs that only show up during execution. To troubleshoot, always check the language's rules for semicolon use. Use code editors or linters that highlight missing or extra semicolons. When you see a syntax error, review your statement boundaries and ensure semicolons are correctly placed. If your language allows optional semicolons, consider consistently using them to avoid confusion and bugs. In essence, the inconsistency in semicolon rules across programming languages stems from different goals in language design, parsing strategies, and developer needs. Knowing these differences helps you quickly identify and fix missing semicolon errors, making your debugging process smoother and more efficient.